What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Chemical Guys Detail Garage. On today's video we have our brand new product, Carbon Force ceramic coating. Now this is our newest ceramic in our line. This is a long-lasting professional ceramic coating. For all you guys out there that want that long-lasting amazing diamond optical shine, amazing hydrophobic properties, and just a very durable coating, this is it. So today I'm going to show you guys what it is, how to use it, and how to apply it. So Carbon Force is our newest ceramic coating. So with the ceramic like this is a professional grade coating. So whenever you're applying a product like this, you want to make sure that you absolutely prep the surface properly. So with the product like this, you're going to get up to 5 years of amazing shine and protection. So in order to ensure that you get your full 5 years worth of protection and shine, you want to make sure that it applies properly. So what we recommend doing is first beginning by washing the vehicle. You can wash the vehicle using a product like Clean Slate to strip off any kind of previous coats of wax, sealant, and glaze. And then you can go ahead and follow it up with the clay bar treatment. The clay bar is going to remove any kind of impurities and contamination that's on your paint. And then from there, you can go ahead and polish the paint, because remember, whenever you use a product like Carbon Force, it's going to lock in the original state of your paint. So however the paint looks like when you apply it, it's going to be emphasized times 100, because this coating is going to deliver a jaw-dropping ceramic shine. So you want to make sure that you polish the paint properly. And then once you do, then you can go ahead and apply a coat of Carbon Force. So Carbon Force is a superlative coating. So this is going to be the absolute best in terms of shine, ceramic protection. So for all you guys that love that UV protection, if you live in an area that's very hot, you want to make sure that your paint is always protected against those harmful, harsh UV rays. And this is also going to leave the surface extremely slick so that contaminants just roll right off. So it's going to be a lot easier to maintain your amazing shine, because a lot of the contaminants that land on your paint, they're either going to shed right off, fall right off, or come right off whenever you wash your vehicle. Carbon Force is going to act like a sacrificial layer on top of your paint. So it's going to go ahead and coat the pores of your paint, seal it, and create a sacrificial layer over it to protect it from, fine imperfections such as light scratches, swirls, marring, and stuff like that. So it's definitely going to be the best in terms of paint protection for your paint to keep the underlying paint itself protected and looking as great as possible. Carbon Force can be applied in layers. So if you'd like, you can actually layer this product multiple times and increase the longevity of the protection, the protective properties that it has, and also enhance that amazing ceramic shine. You can also layer your coat of Carbon Force with your favorite Chemical Guys glazes, sealants, and waxes. So if you guys have any of those in your arsenal, feel free to go ahead and layer that on top of your coat of Carbon Force for additional shine and superlative shine. To enhance it, you can even apply a coat of HydroCharge and/or Hydro Slick on top to maintain the amazing results of Carbon Force. You can use a product like Hydro Suds to wash your ceramic coating, and use a product like Hydro Speed Ceramic Quick Detailer in between washes to remove that light layer of dust and give it a boost of SiO2 shine and protection. So without further ado, let's finally get into this and let's show you guys how to apply it. Alright guys, so first things first, we want to go ahead and talk about our environment. So whenever we apply a professional grade ceramic coating like Carbon Force, you want to make sure that you're doing it in a shaded and well ventilated area. We're doing it right here in our detail garage. Our gate is open right there, so we're getting enough circulation in here so that we can easily apply this product. And as always, we recommend heeding the safety protocols whenever you're working with chemicals. If you have to wear gloves, eyewear, protective, equipment like that, we highly recommend doing so when applying a professional level grade ceramic like this. Alright guys, so now that we have our safety equipment on, now it's time to coat this ride. So I'm going to grab my bottle of Carbon Force and our microsuede applicator that comes with the kit when you purchase this. So this is going to go ahead and come with 3 pieces of this microsuede material. As you guys can see, this is a very nice and smooth material. This is actually specifically designed to apply Carbon Force with. So we've designed a specific applicator for this purpose to make it easier for you guys to easily apply it onto all of your exterior's glossy surfaces, and you can actually grab it, grasp it, squish it, and apply pressure wherever needed. So this is definitely going to apply a nice, even, uniform coating, because remember, you want to make sure that you apply this product as even as possible to have the best all-around protection. So with that being said, I'm going to grab my bottle and make my way over to the car. Alright guys, to begin the process, we actually went ahead and masked off half the hood here, because we want to show you guys a distinct differentiation of what a coated and treated side looks like versus an uncoated side. So now that that's all set up, this vehicle, the hood itself, has actually been prepped already. We've washed it, we've done clean slate, we've clay barred it, and we've polished it, and it's ready for us to apply this. Now, whenever you apply a coating like this, you want to make sure that the paint itself is in amazing condition that you want to go ahead and lock it in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my bottle of Carbon Force here. I'm going to open it up, take off the cap, and you want to keep the cap with you on hand at all times just because you don't want to spill the product. So I'm going to set that down on my towel here. And then when you're using a product like Carbon Force, you want to go ahead and grab the bottle itself. As you guys can see, it has a little spout right here that you can easily drip product onto your applicator. The best way I found to do it is you go ahead and put it on the applicator itself, you flip that around, and then you simply apply a nice little line of product. And then you can also just apply a few lines and get this little side of the applicator saturated. Flip that back around, keep that in your hand, and then you want to go ahead and put the cap back on. Because the last thing you want to do is, drop this bottle and, getting it a mess all over your ride, especially like if it lands on the floor. So now that that's set down, it's a very easy application. So when you're using a product like Carbon Force, what you want to do is follow linear motion. So you want to go ahead and apply in straight lines, just like so. It's a super easy to use product, and you guys can see easily where it's landing when you're applying it. And just go in a crosshatch motion. You can go up and down, left and right, and get this as best and as uniform as you possibly can in order to have the best all-around protection. You want to avoid missing patches, because then that little area that you miss, it's not going to be as protected as the surrounding areas. So you want to make sure that you get this as even as possible. So go in a crosshatch motion. I'm pretty much making my way up the hood. And then once you're pretty much up here, you can grab your applicator and get this little section right here, and then come back up and down. So you come all the way down, back up, all the way down, and pretty much mimic this process throughout the course of your entire vehicle. The great thing about Carbon Force is that not only can you apply it on your paint, but you can also apply it on a variety of exterior glossy surfaces, such as your paint itself, glass, metal, glossy wheels, headlights, tail lights, chrome trims, you name it. So it's a very easy to use product. As you guys can see, it applied the whole entire that section of the hood. And I'm also just gonna get this little side area of the hood just to make sure that this whole right side has been coated. And same thing, whenever you're applying this product, try to do your best to evenly apply it to make it easier for you to buff it off. And then once that's set, we're gonna give it about 30 seconds up to a minute to flash. So as you guys can see, you'll see kind of like a little rainbow effect when it starts flashing. Once you start seeing that little rainbow effect and 30 seconds to up to a minute has passed by, you can grab your microfiber towel. I like using our short ply workhorse microfiber towels. These work out great for buffing off the layer of Carbon Force very easily, and it doesn't drag any lint behind. So these towels work out amazing for buffing off this product. As you guys can see, it's pretty much almost done flashing. It's been about 30 seconds now that I've been talking. So now I'm gonna grab my towel here and I'm gonna buff off the coat. As you guys can see, it comes right off, no problem, no streaks, no smears left behind. And this thing looks amazing. And that's not even the end of it. So the thing with Carbon Force is once you buff off this initial layer, you can choose to layer it if you'd like. So you can go ahead and apply a secondary coat if you wish. I'm not gonna do that today. I'm just gonna stick with the one coat so you guys can see the amazing hydrophobic properties that you can achieve with just one coat. But if you wanna go ahead and furthermore add to that protection, add the hydrophobic layer, add that super amazing ceramic shine, feel free to layer it. So now that that's buffed off, let me go ahead and buff this off too. I forgot about this little section. We're all good to go. So you're done coating this half of the hood. It's done. We have nothing further more to do to it. And all we want to do now is let that cure for about 12 hours. So that's our recommendation for when it comes to a coating like this. You want to let it kind of sit in a controlled area for 12 hours, well, at least 12 hours. You can let it sit up to 24 hours. The hydrophobic properties of this do continue bettering after those 24 hours. So the longer that you can leave it in a controlled environment, the better. But 12 hours is more than enough for this product to dry. But like I mentioned, if you want to go ahead and wait a little longer, that's entirely up to yourself. So we're done with this side. As you guys can see, this thing is shining amazing. It looks beautiful, the luster, the depth. This blue looks a lot more richer, a lot more deeper, and it all around pretty much looks amazing. And it's gonna look like that for up to 5 years. So that's the great thing about Carbon Force, is that it's built to last. So contaminants, water, all that stuff that lands on this side of the hood, it's gonna be protected. So that layer is gonna harden up, and it's gonna create a sacrificial layer to protect impurities from actually damaging the paint itself. So it creates kind of like a secondary layer over your paint, which protects it so that the underlying paint doesn't get damaged. All right guys, so there you guys have it. Carbon Force, our newest ceramic product in our line of products. As you guys can see, it's not a whole lot of, it's not very difficult to apply. It's more so the, the preparation. So you just want to make sure that, the surface is clean, decontaminated, and prepped before you apply this. Applying it, it's pretty much easy. You guys saw me do it. I did it within, less than a minute, and it turned out amazing. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and let the car sit here for about 12 hours. We'll come back tomorrow and test the hydrophobic results so that we can share that with you guys, so you guys can see the amazing hydrophobic properties that the right side of the hood that has been coated has, and the amazing ceramic shine that it delivers. All right guys, so check out those amazing hydrophobic effects. So it hasn't even been a full 24 hours. We're here next day. However, we finished later during the day and we're here early this morning, and check that out. Check out that hard definition line of what an untreated side looks like versus what a treated and coated side looks like. You see guys, right here on the right side, you have all those amazing beads. That's the significance of a hydrophobic surface. So all that water is being rejected from, sticking to the surface. As you guys can see on your left side, the water sticks, it drags, and it gets stuck within the pores of the paint, which means that whenever you go for drying it, it's gonna be a lot more difficult. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I can pretty much sit here and just, spray water on this thing all day. Check out those amazing water beads. I mean, you guys see it right there, right in front of you. It looks amazing. It sheds water like butter, no problem, and it looks awesome. So there you guys have it, Carbon Force in its full action and its full environment. You guys see how amazing it does. Like I mentioned, you can apply this on your paint, your glass, and virtually any glossy exterior surface of your vehicle. So if you guys like this product, make sure to visit our website, chemicalguys.com, to pick up your bottle today, or visit your local detail garage to pick yours up. As always, my name is Joey. This is our newest Carbon Force ceramic coating. We'll see you guys next time.